Okay, so the following learning technique that I'm going to discuss today is the one where we link it with people we know. So it's fun to tell yourself a story such as we are having a braai and I'm going to invite this and this and this and this people to the braai. So or you can just think of those people when you study, and when you have to recall this information, you remember the people you associated with your work. Okay, so in Afrikaans gaan ons vandag kyk na 'n ander leertegniek wat te doen het waar jy jou werk koppel aan mense wat jy ken. Reg, so jy onthou dan in jou kop daai spesifieke mense wat jy ken. Dit is nogals belangrik om mense te vat wat werklik bestaan en wat werklik hierdie eienskappe het, sodat jy nie die mekaar raak nie. Anderster om nou nog goeders op te maak, moet jy nou nog die opgemaakte goed onthou. So dit kan nie noodwendig by klompe verskeie hoofstukke toegepas word nie, maar julle sal nou sien hoe ek dit toegepas het op die lestema van graad 12 van toelaatbare en ontoelaatbare goedere tydens jou internasionale reise. So this learning technique I applied to the grade 12 lesson regarding permissible and prohibited goods during international travel. Okay, so this is just a slide that explains the learning technique, so that's basically what I have just said. Right, so let's start off. So the first one, you maybe know a very rich person. Okay, so now you think of a very rich person. So this person needs to be rich or needs to have a lot of money. Or you can maybe know a woman or a lady or a friend that's a gold digger that always goes for people with money just to see how much money they can get out of, or gifts or whatever. So it's important here in this learning technique that this person actually exists and has these specific characteristics. Okay, so ek het 'n vriendin gehad wat byvoorbeeld altyd hierdie met ouetjies uitgegaan het of met 'n mans in verhoudings getree het waar sy kan sien wat kan sy uit hierdie verhouding uitkry. Ek gaan nou ongelukkig net nie haar naam kan noem nie, maar of jy kan dalk net sê my ouma of my neefie of my oom of my pa of wie ook al is baie welaf, so ek sê hierdie persoon is by die braai. Okay. So nou onthou ek, kom ons sê my baie ryk pa of my baie ryk oom is by die braai en sy naam is Abraham. Okay, so Abraham is by my braai. So nou onthou ek Abraham, okay, hy is ryk. So wat is my eerste eienskap? Hy het te doen met geld. Okay, so valuta. So when you remember this person that has a lot of money, I said in the previous slide that my uncle is very rich, for example, and his name is Abraham. Okay, so Abraham is at our braai, so now I remember Abraham braai's with us. What does Abraham have? A lot of money, so it reminds me of valuta. Okay, so what this work entails is the goods that needs to be declared during international travel. Okay, so vir Afrikaans, dit is goedere wat verklaar moet word as jy internasionale reis ondergaan. Okay, so now I just remember he has a lot of money, so he has more than 10,000 rand in notes in his pocket. He flips his wallet and there's all the money. Okay, he has a lot of gold coins. Gold is also associated with a lot of money, or let's say coins and stamp collection that he sells for a lot of money, and then also unrefined gold, okay, of onverwerkte goud. So ek onthou nou eers my oom Abraham, hy is baie ryk, so hy het die beursie met al hierdie geld, hy het goue muntstukke, seelversamelings en onverwerkte goud. Okay, wat hy nog gaan verkoop. So dadelik herinner die persoon my aan my werk wat ek wil onthou. Okay, then we have our second one. It's people behaving like animals. Okay, so maybe you know your cousin or whatever that's always saying inappropriate things, or do not have a lot of good manners or table manners, or whatever you want to link it with. So let's say this person that I'm linking with's name is Richard. Okay, so Richard and Abram is at our braai. Abram reminds me of money. Richard reminds me of he's crazy, like an animal. Okay, so this reminds me of natural things. He's like an animal in the wild. Okay, so what's in the wild? It's animals and plants. So it is endangered plants and animals. There's not a lot of people like Richard. Okay, it's a special character on his own. So this means this type of goods that needs to be declared can be dead or alive, or any part of it, or any articles made of it. Okay, so in Afrikaans, hierdie persoon is 'n bedreigde spesies op sy eie, want daar's nie baie mense wat soos hy optree nie. En dan onthou ek net, dit is plante en diere, want hy leef in hy moet eintlik in die natuur wees of in die wild wees, en daar's plante en diere, so dis bedreigde plante en diere wat of dood of lewend is, of enige dele daarvan, of dan ook artikels wat daarvan gemaak is. Okay, maar baie keer in die toetse kan jy dalk net die hoofopskrifte onthou en dalk net 'n feit of twee onder dit. Jy hoef nie alles so in detail te onthou nie. Hulle vra nie gereeld so in detail vra oor hierdie hoofstuk nie. Okay, dan weet ons almal van daardie tipe mense wat as hulle spinnekop sien, mag ons glad nie hulle doodslaan of doomspuit nie. Ons moet hulle veilig na 'n ander area toe vat, of iemand wat baie keer omgee oor die omgewing. So that's a type of people that's tree huggers, that loves the environment and always wants to follow things that's environmentally friendly. So let's say this person that I recall in being in such a matter is, let's say, Peter. Okay, so Peter and Abram and Richard is at our braai. So Abram is my very rich uncle. So it reminds me of money. Okay. The second one is Richard. He reminds me of this. He lives like an animal. So he's endangered species on his own, plants or animals. Then we have our third person. It's Peter. He's a tree hugger. He loves the environment. Okay. So this is all biological things. In Afrikaans al die biologiese dinge. So dinge wat uit die natuur uitkom. Plante, sade, vrugte, heuning, alle diere en voëls en plante. Dit is ook produkte vanaf my diere soos eiers en botter en so aan. Okay, so this is then Peter's explanation. Now, I think of my sister. She's a pharmacist, so I associate her with medicine. Okay, or maybe you know a doctor or a patient, somebody that's currently in hospital. So now I remember, I'm going to invite my sister to this braai, and she is a pharmacist, and her name is Melissa. Okay, so at my braai it is Abram, rich. Richard, animal, the pharmacist, my sister, and then the other one is then the one that we just did, the tree hugger, and that's Peter. Okay, so that has to do with all our biological things. So when I think of my sister, she is a pharmacist, so she has to do with medicine. So as I said in the previous slide, you can also use anything that links you to medicine, like a doctor or a patient in hospital, or someone that uses medicine chronically in your household or whatever. Okay, so now I remember all medicines except for those for personal use, up until 1 month's supply. Okay, so then we have a thief, or I hope you do not know a thief, or maybe a hunter in your family. So this goes with guns. Okay, so that's why I linked it to a thief or to a hunter. So let's say I do hunter. My husband is a hunter, so he's also at my braai with his gun. Okay, so this goes, or this work goes about firearms, or in Afrikaans vuurwapens. Okay, so you know that all firearms must be declared during international travel, and in Afrikaans alle gewere of alle vuurwapens moet verklaar word. Okay, so just remember what's this all about. Okay, it's about things that you have to declare. In Afrikaans is goedere wat jy moet verklaar. Jy moet sê jy vat dit saam met jou op reis. Okay, then we have a shopaholic. So that's people that loves to spend money, and I know a lady, Lundy. So Lundy is also at my braai. So now she's a shopaholic, or I know she spends a lot of money on goods and things in her normal lifespan or lifetime, or anywhere she goes, she likes to spend money and buy pretty stuff. So this reminds me of she buys all of these different products. Okay, so that is our sixth person that we are having at our braai. So then this is the only 6 products that you have to declare regarding the grade 12 curriculum. So let's quickly recap and see if we can remember. It will be difficult for you because you don't know my people. That's why I say you need to have persons or people that is in your life and actually has these qualities. Okay, so Abraham, very rich. Peter, tree hugger, so that goes about biological things. My sister is at the braai, she's a pharmacist, so this reminds me of medicine. Lundy is the shopaholic, so this reminds me of all the products that she buys. Okay, and then Richard is the animal, so it's the endangered plants and animals. So that's a very easy way to remember certain things categorized with a specific theme, and this will also help you to remember things in a fun way and not to get them mixed up.